right, let's get LeMans Ultimate booted up. All right. Oh, geez, what terrible timing. We'll register for this race. And then I guess try to talk as I go along about one of the topics of this stream. All right, looks like I'm registered. We got 4 minutes. So, what's up, everybody? It's the Godfather of VR, the ageless one of the man, Lincoln Clay. We're back for another live stream of LeMans Ultimate. Today, we are going to do 2 or 3 races at Bahrain in the GTE class. I'm still trying to figure these cars out, which cars perform at which tracks. And, you know, last week's GTE races at Fuji, I had much better luck with the Porsche than I did with the Corvette. And I think when it comes down to it, I guess I'm trying to tell myself that it was me why I wasn't turning in satisfactory lap times with the Corvette. Whereas on the other hand, I don't know. I mean, everything just fit with the Porsche. This track right here, Bahrain, it is a track that, although it is not my favorite track, I am fairly competitive on this track with the Corvette. I don't know what the lap times are going to look like today since 1.0, because this will be the first time that they've done the GTEs at Bahrain since the release of 1.0. Before 1.0, my fastest lap in the Corvette at Bahrain was 159, and like the aliens were turning in 158s. They were turning in like low 158s. And I think my fastest lap might have been like a 159.6, and these guys were turning in 158.1s and stuff. So I was about a second and a half off the pace. Yesterday I did a few practice laps and I didn't go all out, but I still managed to do 201.7, and that was like with one car waiting until the last second to move out of my way. So he did impede my lap a little bit. But I think if I can get into the low, like 2 minutes, the low 2 minutes, or even the 159s, then I will definitely be happy with that. Oh, wait a minute. The leaderboard's working now. Oh, boy. Now, the fastest lap is a 158.4, but in 6th place, we do have a guy that did a 158.8 with the Corvette. So he was about 4/10 off of the fastest lap. So that is, I mean, even though I'm not on his level, he did a 158.8. If I can still drive this Corvette on Bahrain the way I did it last time they did this track car combo, then at some point I should be able to hit a 159. But if I can get 2 minutes, 0.1 or something like that, I'll even be happy with that. So how many people are registered?
Andreas said, "Hey man, wow, the leaderboards are working now again."
Yeah, I saw that. But you know what I think that comes down to is we know that the devs are constantly fixing bugs with this game. And I think what happens is, I think it might be a situation where they might fix 5 or 10 bugs and then 2 new ones will show up. And I think in the case with the leaderboard, I think it might have been a case of them having to deactivate the leaderboards in order to fix a bug. And now that they fixed it, they turned it back on. So I don't think it was a case of the leaderboard just not working anymore. I think they might have deactivated it long enough to fix it. You know, so they did do
Andreas said, I didn't touch LMU today. I was in RF2 and wow, it was ugly, man. First ugly race I've had there.
You know, the session's getting ready to start. You know, with R Factor 2, I did mostly single player races. I misunderstood the way the online races work. Like, in order to, like, the bronze races, you know, are on little rinky-dink track with rinky-dink cars. In order to get to the GT3s and stuff like that, that's on the intermediate in the gold. And I thought it had like silver rating. No, it's silver safety rating. And then it's paid content, which I already had a lot of the paid content. So that wasn't the issue. It was my rank was the issue. I thought I needed to have a silver or a gold driver rating when it's a silver or a gold safety rating. So I am split 1. And I am ranked 12th. This will be my first time on Bahrain.
Reyes said, yeah, I'm trying to get to the nicer stuff and thought I'd check out the F4 and M2 Cup cars.
Oh, I just made...
That's 2 minutes left, 2 minutes.
I just made a huge mistake and I can't back out of it now.
All clear, push now. You need to get some heat into these brakes.
I just deactivated. I forgot yesterday. I deactivated the I disabled the OpenXR toolkit. Now, it is running good, but the picture isn't as sharp.
Sector 2 is yellow.
Because
Sector 2 is now green.
with the OpenXR toolkit, it also had a sharpening filter in there. Just that little lockup right there, I already feel a flat spot from it. It's a super small one though.
Sector 3 is yellow. We think that a deform has stepped in. Green flag, Sector 3. That's the end of the session. E7.
Shit. After this race is over, I'm gonna have to close the game and enable the OpenXR toolkit and then come right back to it. Cause that bothers me not being able to see the picture as sharp as I normally see it. It actually has a soft look to it. It doesn't have a defining sharp look to it. But yeah, somewhere in between these races, I will talk about the situation about watching out for scammers, because I'd say over the past, I don't know, maybe year and a half, scammers have tried to come at me about 3 times. One of them was on Steam and the other 2 were on Twitter. I'll talk about those in detail and kind of give you guys an idea of what to watch out for.
Andreas said, I hear you. I've done that and some other stuff. I forget to open Crew Chief in RF2 and for some reason you can't minimize the game and launch it.
Well, in my case, even if I could minimize it.
Looks like you're clear on the pit exit. Okay, Clay, we've got 4 minutes to settle out.
Even if I could minimize
cold
it,
brakes all round. Be careful.
I don't think I can enable the OpenXR toolkit right in the middle. Meanwhile, the game is still open. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to shut it down. So I'm just hoping that these visuals don't distract me that much. So it doesn't look like dog shit or anything like that. It's just not really sharp. The edge just looks soft.
Andreas said, nah, you need to relaunch. Even if you change resolution.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I can't do anything in the middle of while the game is open. I have to close it and start over.
Last. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. Typically 2:00.1 seconds. New fastest lap for long 1:59.64. Guy in front has just done a 2:00.9 seconds. Sector 2 is 1.3 off the pace. Sector 3 times okay. That's the end of the session, P8.
Damn, and I'm steady dropping. There's a lot of cars still out there. And then the other thing about it is, now I'm at 15th. Holy shit. But
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
minutes. .8. I'll leave it there. I wasn't paying attention because I'm still shook up about losing control of the car. I'm not happy with these visuals that I'm looking at. So, as I was going to say, as more and more people get on LeMans Ultimate, the GTE class is getting tougher and tougher. When this get the GTE class, I was almost guaranteed to get driver rank even on my worst day. But now I'd say the GTE class is probably just as competitive as the GT3s. So in the beginning, even though I think my pace was probably average or maybe slightly above average, I could always, get driver rank with it. Okay, okay, I get it. This idiot keeps smashing his brakes trying to warm up the tires. Husbandship.
Green. Clear left. Clear right.
What are you doing, man?
Yellow flag in sector 1. That's barely a scratch, mate. Just ignore it. We can see Muller and Taylor have gone off. clear right. Yellow. It looks like Marino has spun off. Green flag, sector 2. Yellow flag.
I see somebody got clipped.
It looks like
Well,
Taylor has crashed.
A guy hit me re-entering, and this car pinballed off of me. That's because the Ferrari behind me, he was getting ready to make an unsafe rejoin, and I was trying to avoid him.
Yellow flag, sector 3. We think that McDonald and DeForn have spun off. 9. Green flag, sector 2, P14. Okay, Clay, the next car is Cruise. Machado is leading the race. We think Julian has gone off. The gap to P15 behind is increasing. It's now 0.49. Green flag in sector 2.
You know what? This Ferrari behind me, I might just go ahead and let him take it so he can take out that car in front of me. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and give it to him. Go ahead, take it.
Right side's clear.
You better make something happen.
Don't let him get away.
He's ranked number 9, so he should be able to catch that Aston in front of me.
Tyres all round. 15 minutes remaining. 15 minutes to go.
There we go.
P14. Fastest lap for long, 159.87. Fastest lap for Perez, 159.28.
That time was a 2:02.63.
He's slowly getting away from me.
Fastest lap for long, 159.21. That's your fastest lap.
1.12.
Alright Clay, you're reeling B13 in. The gap's now 0.50. Tyre temperatures are fine. Okay Clay, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. That's half distance. We're looking alright here. Keep your concentration nice and smooth. Last lap time was 2:01.79, sector 2, off the pace.
Nice.
Green flag sector
Go
1.
ahead, keep taking each other out.
Your right sides are cold. the gap to V12. Ahead is now 0.9. Sector 2 is now
Both of them was over aggressive. I knew it was gonna happen.
That time was a 2-0.
V11. The next car is 4.
When fire and ice meets, something's gotta happen.
Okay, Clay, you just cut the track. Yellow flag. Sector 1 is green. Gap 2 ahead is now 4.3. Green flag in Sector 3.
I'm seeing some frame drops too.
Cold tyres, we need to get some heat into them. Sector 2 is clear. We think Ruler has binned it. Sector 3. Sector 3 is yellow. We think Marino has binned it. Yellow flag Sector 2. It looks like Taylor has gone off. The gap to Moore in front is now 5.1. Okay, Clay, relax, focus, keep it smooth. 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left. Green flag in Sector 3. Green flag Sector 2. Track limits. Stay between the lines, please, Glenn. To go, 2 minutes.
Ooh, God damn it. I'm gonna have to figure this out. It's breaking.
Yellow flag in Sector 2. Sector 2 is green. We think that Machado and Long have gone off. To more ahead, increasing. It's now 6.4 seconds. Okay, it's over. Good drive. Okay, pit stop requested.
Fastest lap was 159.2. I was almost 2 seconds off. All right, I gotta close this game down so I can turn the open on. All right, we're good. Sure, nothing's my settings. Make sure I still got my super duper sharpness. 3300p. Sharpness at 60%. Performance wide. All right. We're good. All right. Be right back, folks. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Had to drain the reservoir. Oh shit, this time 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 0.4. It's better than losing. It's better than losing rank. Because of how hard they hit you on this game. It's better than losing rank. I guess first and foremost, my teammate Tony, Viper, Eric B. the Realist. Who else? Dale Rodman. Who else is this? Who else would I consider?
2 minutes to go. 2 minutes.
You know, I keep up with a lot of them, but the there, you know, 1, 6. I think. Oh, there we go. Now we got that crispy shit back.
Your exit is clear. Watch the white line. Your brakes are cold. Let's get some.
After this race, the next one I think I'm going to try the Porsche.
The track temperature is increasing. It's now 35.
Shit.
Sector 3. Diaz has crashed. That's the end of the session. P9.
So let me get this straight. So they only gave me a 0.5%, but they're moving me up 3 notches in rank. That just don't feel right. Let's go.
Exit's clear. Push. We've got 4 minutes to get a decent lap in. Into them.
Andreas. Streamer tax perhaps. Realist, said. Tub, Lincoln waving hand medium skin tone.
Mr. Realist.
RSR Eric B the Realist, said. What's up Chad?
Mr. Realist, how you doing?
RSR Eric said. How's the racing going?
I barely survived that first round.
P18. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. That's a new fastest lap for Edward, 2:01.36. Sector 3 is a 10th off the pace. Okay, pit stop requested. Brake temperatures are okay. Pit crew is ready. Session E2.
Brain fart and nearly paid for it. But I was on pace to do a 2 would have gotten me. Let's see here if I would have made that stick. At the present moment, that 2 minutes, 0.2, if I would have been able to make that stick,
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
it would have gotten me 3rd or 4th. All right, I'll leave that there. All right, so much more pleasant to get my sharp picture back at 3300p of goodness. Oh shit, that Corvette lined up behind me is the #1 ranked guy in here. So that being said, I'm expecting him to be aggressive.
Formation
He might
lap
feel like
has
everybody in
started.
front of him is slower, so they're obligated to move over. That being said, if he gets super aggressive to the point where he makes me nervous, I'm just gonna go ahead and let him go. Let him take out the other people in front of him. Yeah, he's following me a little too close. I'm not liking it.
Green flag.
Green, green, green.
Flag.
Clear left. Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate. Sector 1 is car left, clear left. Clear left. Alright, Clay, decent start. You can build something from here. Clear right. Yellow flag, sector 2. We can see McDonald has spun off. Sector 2 is now green.
We didn't see that coming.
Yellow flag in sector 2. We think that Nathan has gone off. Green flag sector 2, 94.
74.
Incident in Sector 2. Sector 2 is... Green flag, Sector 2. Okay, Clay, the next car is Strauss. Stick to the plan, don't be intimidated. Sector 1, yellow flag. Watch out. Green flag, Sector 2. Incident in Sector 2, yellow flag. Green flag, Sector 1. Run out of track limits, keep it between the lines. The leader's just done a 2:00.9. The guy ahead's lap time is at 2:00.2 seconds. Sector 2 is green. Yellow flag, caution. It looks like Marino has gone off. Green flag, Sector 1. Alright Clay, 15 minutes left, that's 15 minutes. Stay on it, keep digging. Fastest lap for Strauss, 2 minutes. Just ignore him, he'll go away. That's your best lap in this session. Sector 3 is now yellow. Sector 3 is now clear. attention to track limits, please, Clay. Just done a 2:00.4. P4. Gap to P5 behind is now 1.0 seconds. Yellow flag. We think that's it.
Coming up on the back mark.
Incident in Sector 1, yellow flag. We've just had a warning for cutting the track. You've got 10 minutes left, 10 minutes to go. We're at the halfway point. Pressured. Keep your exit speeds up. We can see Diaz has binned it. Green flag in Sector 2. Sector 2 is a second off the pace. We've had a cut warning. Keep it tidy, please, Clay. think Torrance has binned it. Clear left. Tiny bit of aero damage, just ignore it. Sector 1 is green.
It's alright, apology accepted.
Okay, Clay, don't let this guy distract you. We just cut the track. Yellow flag sector 2. Green flag in sector 2. We think Sergey has spun off. Alonso is now in the lead.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck again.
Clear left. Okay, Clay, you've run out of track limits. Keep it between the lines. Push. Get this guy. Come on, don't let him get away. Sector 2 is clear. It looks like trash has gone off. That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes. The driver in front of us is Julian.
Lap 2,
45.
0.
Cut the track. Keep it nice and tiny. Strauss is now leading. The track temperature is falling. It's now 30 Celsius. P5. Well done, mate. Good finish. Acknowledged. Pit stop requested.
Took fifth, but threw fourth away. Just started like lack of concentration. Not only that, I forgot to move the bias a couple of clicks to the back. But I was about 8/10 off of the fastest lap with that. Based on what I saw, the Porsche, the Porsche doesn't seem to have the straight line speed, because that guy, when he overtook me in the Porsche, it was from the mistakes that I made. That guy didn't chase me down. Hey, look at that, we're back to silver. And we got 5.8%, damn. A tad bit of love. They gave me just a touch of love, a little bit. So I'm getting back to my loyal roots. I was gonna do the Porsche, but no. I think I'm gonna stay with the Corvette. I saw a couple of mistakes that I was making. Now this is what I don't want. Right now, I'm ranked 4th. I do not want that. But based on the lap times that I stay clean and to say 2 minutes, 0.2, if I could do that lap consistently, then yeah, I would be able to maintain that 4th place. Because, you know, I saw 158 a couple of times, but for the most part, I'm seeing mostly 159s. grab a drink real quick. Be right back. All right. All righty. Actually starting to get cold in here. All right, so I think let's see here, 7 o'clock. I think this might be the last race. If that's the case, I will explain about this scammer situation real quick. I was trying to explain at the beginning of the stream that over the past year and a half, 3 people attempted to scam me. One tried to scam me through Steam. The other 2 tried to scam me through Discord. And these scammers are getting, in my opinion, they're getting a little bit easier to spot because I think what they do is like out of the 3 people that I'm connected to, like each person that tried to scam me, they came to me as my friend, you know, somebody that was on my friends list. Out of those 3 people, 2 of them were streamers. So I think what they did was the 2 that were streamers probably gave them some kind of fake promo, said follow this link to get hooked up for your commission, yada yada yada. Then they get their accounts taken over, and then in some case they hold the channel hostage and demand money in order to get. Meanwhile, they're going through that person's friends list, trying to contact their friends to try to bait them into something where so after this race, I will explain how they tried to get me. So this session, I am ranked number 6, and being that I'm silver, I can accept it now.
2 minutes to go, 2 minutes. His exit's clear. Let's get some heat into these brakes.
What is? Come on, dude. This is
You're right.
practice.
Incident in Sector 2. Sector 2 is yellow. We think that Schmidt has crashed. Sector 2 is clear. That's the end of the session, P7.
All right, I think I've seen where I might be able to pick up a 10th or two. Yeah, light red or green down there. Look like it's red. All right, it's green. Cool.
Pit exit's clear. Okay, Clay, we've got 4 minutes to do the business. We need to get some heat into these brakes. Right side's clear. B16. Clear right. looks like you need to watch the track limits. That's 2 minutes left, 2 minutes. Fastest lap for Righto, 1:59.42.
Lap 2:01.9.
Okay, pit stop requested. The pit crew is ready. That's the end of the session. Car clear left.
Lap 2:00.43.
All right, I'm a second off. I made a stupid mistake the previous lap. Yeah, it's a few cars behind me, so there's a couple of them out there that could knock me off. But if I can maintain this 6 for quali and finish 6 or better, then I'm guaranteed to get positive rank.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
Well, I held on to 6. Great. I will take that. I will take that. So the guy behind me in 7th place is in a Ferrari. He's ranked 5th. So, yeah, over there in that blue and black Ferrari, I'm guessing that he might try to be aggressive. So if he's aggressive to the point where he makes me a little bit concerned, then I might let him go and just let him go up front and tear up shit like a bowling pin or a bowling ball.
Formation lap has started. Green flag. Go. Green flag.
On your right, clear right. Car, clear right. Right side's clear. Yellow flag. It looks like trash has gone off. Clear right. Sector 1 is now green. Car right. Right side's clear. Right side's clear. Green flag, sector 2.
Come on, dude, move it!
Sector 2 is yellow. Sector 2 is green. Got a tiny bit of bodywork damage there, just ignore it. Alright Clay, don't think about the lap times, just hit each and every apex. 7th position. Stewards have warned us for cutting the track, keep it between the white lines. Sector 1. Green flag in Sector 1. The leader has just done 2:00.4. Sixth place. Clear left. Oh no, Clay. Come on mate, defend your position. It's 15 minutes. Incident in Sector 2, yellow flag. The car ahead is Lawrence. We can see Rat, the car left, clear left. No, don't panic, we'll get him back. Yellow flag in Sector 3. We think righto has binned it.
What a stroke of luck.
920.
E5. The guy in front is Silver. Incident in Sector 1. Sector 1 is yellow. We think Schmidt has binned it. Sector 1 is clear. Sector 3 is green. Captain Medina behind is now 1.0.
On that one, I'm still a little bit shook up. Just done a 2:01.20. That's a new fastest lap for Trash, 2:00.1 seconds.
to Medina, behind us now, 0.8. Yellow flag. Green flag in sector 2. We think that Schmidt has gone off. Stay calm, keep it smooth. Okay, Clay, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. That's halfway.
That time was 2:00.94.
Keep it within the track limits. To V6, behind us now, 0.8. Yellow flag sector 2. It looks like Torrance has spun off. Green flag sector 2. Gap to P6, behind is now 1.1. P5, that last lap was at 2:00.7 seconds. about you, mate. Okay, Clay. Left. Attention to track limits, please, Clay.
That time was a 2:00.80.
Track limits, watch those lines. The gap behind is now 1.3.
Oh no!
Yellow flag in sector 2. Push, we can catch this car. Green flag in sector 2.
Damn, and I got a whole pack of wolves
The guy ahead
behind me.
is Setiawan. Yellow flag, sector 2. Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. It looks like Trash and Antonio have binned it.
I picked the worst time to have a brain fart. Thank my lucky stars that I'm still in 7th place.
Green flag, sector 2, 7th position.
Now, one of them want to do me a solid and give me back the same mistake that I made.
What about track limits? Yellow flag. We think that Antonio has crashed. That's the end of the race. Never mind. Acknowledged. Pit stop requested.
I have 5th place locked up. In the end, I guess I was asking for it because I had a couple of brain farts. So the fastest lap was 2 minutes, 0.1, and I think my was 2 minutes, 0.7. In that lap, I made a mistake. I could have knocked another 10th off and got a 2 minutes, 0.6 out of it. So all in all, me being about a half a second off of the fastest lap, I'm okay with that, but I'm not okay with knowing that I can be faster because I've done a 159 here before. And I still feel like I'm still trying to catch on to a little bit of this here, a little bit of that there. Seasoning, if you will. I got the meat of it, but I'm still trying to remember the little bitty seasonings, you know, to the recipe. Well, 1.9, I'm still silver, so I'm just going to go ahead and run with that. Okay, so to warn you guys about these scammers that I was talking about, I think that I think some of these scammers are targeting content creators, YouTubers, Twitch streamers, whatever, acting like some kind of company that wants to work with them and wants you to review their product. And I've heard this before where they send you a link where you gotta supposedly go to fill out some information or some shit like that, so they can set you up to receive commission and set you up with a code and all that kind of shit, and it ends up being a scam, and they take control of your of the accounts on your computer or some shit like that. They get hold of multiple accounts, your Twitter, your YouTube, all that shit, and they basically hijack the channel and demand money in order to get it back. And so the first scammer that came at me, one of my friends, his name is Pablo III. He lives in New York. And the scammer came to me under Pablo's name in the Discord. And he left a message saying that I'm entering a contest and I need you to go to this site and vote for me and show your support and all this shit. And I was about to do it until he said, mate. He said, I need you to go here, fill out this information and vote and show your support, mate. When he said that, I'm like, wait a minute. Mate is a word that they use a lot over in the UK. Pablo lives in New York, so his vocabulary is going to be a little more on the hip hop side. So I'm like, yep, that sounds fishy. So the other thing about it is that most of the talking that me and Pablo did was through, DMing each other on Twitter. So I hit him up on Twitter, said, I think your account got hacked. And he was like, yeah, it did. And I'm in the process of trying to get it back. So I never responded to that one. The second time somebody tried to scam me I was a member of someone's Discord, and that's as far as I'll go with it. Somebody that was in that Discord that I thought was a friend, he contacted me on Steam because we were also friends on Steam. He contacted me on Steam and says, I'm calling to apologize. He said, I made a mistake. He said he was in some kind of first-person shooter game and somebody cheated, and he went to go report that person, and he accidentally reported me instead. So he claims that he tried to talk to Steam to try to let them know that he made a mistake. But according to him, Steam told him that I need to go to this website and explain my side of the story and explain that I had nothing to do with this. And the website was called alejandro.org. At that point, I knew instantly it was a scam. And I basically told the dude, I was like, look, man, you guys got to be a little more clever than that. Don't ever
Dale
contact
Rodman
me
Jr.
again.
3 said, LOL, I've gotten that scam so many times.
Yeah, definitely. So I left him a message, so I responded to him.
Dale Rodman Jr. 3 said, I like going to the site and filling in a bunch of random stuff, LOL.
Well, wait till I get to the third one. But to finish with this second one, I responded and said, you guys got to be a little more clever than that. And I said, and then he said, don't be mad. I don't want you to be upset with me. I'm trying to fix this, and he was like, I need you to go to this site right now and explain it to him and all this kind of shit. Otherwise, you could, your Steam account could get suspended. So I told him, look, Steam handles all this shit in-house on their site. They don't tell you to go to an outside site to explain your part of something that you had nothing to do with. And I told him, don't ever contact me again. And I said, this conversation has been screenshotted. And I showed that message. I showed that conversation to everybody in that Discord, and the guy disappeared, and we haven't heard from him since. The third one, actually there's four. So the third one was another one of my friends who happened to be a streamer. His name is Xbox Vidiot. I've been friends with him for about 6-7 years. Same deal. Whenever I talk to him, it's usually on Twitter. I haven't spoken to him on Discord in God knows how long. I get a private message from him on Discord, and it says, this is for you. And there was a link. I just sent the message back with a laughing emoji. So I go to Twitter, I get a hold of Xbox Vidiot, and I said, I think you got hacked. And he was like, yeah, I did. He said I got my accounts back now, so everything's good. And then just a couple of days ago, or even yesterday to be precise, one of my friends, DJ, he pops up in here every now and then. He was in my Discord, and what's today? Wednesday? Okay, so I'm streaming Monday. He's in the chat, and he's talking to me, and he's asking me questions in the chat on my stream. After the stream was over, I get a, hey, this is in Discord. And it says, how are you? Wait a minute. How are you asking me how am I doing when you just spoke to me on, on Facebook, on YouTube in the chats an hour previous? So he says, if you don't mind, I need to ask a favor of you. I already knew it. Here comes the scam. So today, DJ was live on Twitter because he has a YouTube channel and a Twitter. So on Twitch. So I told him, I said, I think your Discord got hacked. And he said it did. He said they got my Discord account and they got my YouTube. And he said that the person contacted them and told him that they wanted money in order for him to get his accounts back. And he said he don't give two shits about those accounts. You can keep them. So I came back and responded to that message on Discord and told him whatever favor you need to ask of me, don't waste your time because I know this is a hack. Let me check Discord right now and see if there was a response. Nope, no response. So the thing about these hackers and scammers and shit like that, here's the thing about it though. They don't pay attention. Whoever they're hacking and they try to go after that person's friends, they don't pay attention to the timeline between the person whose account they stolen and that person's friends. So who would I use as an example? Okay, my teammate, Henez Katoni. We talk on other apps. And we talk about 3-4 times a week. So if I was to get something from him on Discord saying I need you to do this and go to this site, whatever, he obviously has not looked at the timeline and looked and saw when the last time that me and Henez had a conversation on Discord. I like people that I consider to that I stay in contact with on a regular. I have more than one way to be in contact with them, especially being that I don't trust Discord. It's usually Discord, Twitter, Facebook. In the case of the Graybeard Gamer, we got each other's phone number. So if I ever see some funny shit coming from him on Discord, I'll just call him. So, and that's what these scammers don't realize is that
Dale Rodman Jr. 3 said, I keep my Discord account locked down, LOL.
Nobody's gotten to me yet. Thank God. However, though, my son did fall prey to a scam on Discord. I guess they like these Nitro memberships or some shit like that. He wanted to purchase that. And he purchased a membership. And they kept taking money from his debit card like every 5 minutes. It was like every 5 minutes they was taking like $5 or $10. And so at the time he was like 16, so I still had control of his savings account. So he contacted me as it was happening and told me what happened. So I instantly jumped on the app and locked his debit card. And from there it stopped. But the thing about it was I could have stopped it sooner, but I wanted him to learn a lesson. So I could have stopped him. By the time I could have stopped him, they had already taken $20. But I let him take a few more dollars to teach my son a lesson. So I let him take about $45. Then I stopped him. And then I told my son, stop fucking with that shit. But now, my son's 19 years old. He doesn't, he can do shit with apps and stuff like that. He can do shit that I can't do. And he's got a lot of friends that know shit too. So he knows about more scams than I do. So, but back then he was so wide open into his VR chat stuff that he was doing that I guess he tried to sign up for this Nitro membership. I guess to give him more access to shit on Discord, which he thought would help with his work over on VR chat. So yeah, be careful. So I guess I would start with that people that you talk to on a regular, make sure you have more than one way to contact them. So if they come at you from Discord and it looks funky, then you can contact them on Twitter or call them or whatever else and double check. Hey, did you send this on Discord? And then I think the other thing that, like I said, to watch out for is that these scammers don't pay attention to the timeline between the person whose account they stolen and that person's friends and how much they talk to each other. He might send you a message today, not paying attention to the timeline. Again, look at Discord. You guys haven't talked in 6 months on Discord, but yet you talk every day on Twitter. Like, the scammers don't know that shit. And then when they hit you with the old, I need a favor from you, that's when you know that's right there, the icing on the cake. That's the scam, because they're getting ready to ask you to go to they're asking you to follow a link. So, but the reason why, I wanted to talk about this today is because how fucked up of a person do you have to be to wake up in the morning and your mission is to steal someone's account and hold it for money? I'm the type of person that somebody will drop $100 on the ground and not even know it. I'll pick the $100 up, catch up to him, tap him on the shoulder, and like, here, you drop this. I don't move like that. I mean, people can say whatever they want about me, but one thing they cannot say about me is that I'm a thief. I am not a thief. That shit makes me sick to my stomach, that it's some fucked up people like that wake up with the intent of stealing from unsuspecting people and coming to them under disguise of being their friend. So expecting that person to trust you. So that shit really irks me. I wish I could reach through the internet and grab some of these damn scammers and shake the life out of them. But as much as I'd like to keep racing, I think that's going to do it for me. Let's see here. Today is Wednesday. I will be back tomorrow or Friday, and when I come back, I'm going to do GT3 races because they have GT3 races at Sebring, which is always, Sebring is always interesting. And I need time to figure out which car I'm going to use, because for Sebring, it seems that the Lambo is the car of choice. That seems to be, at least when I was watching Basic Ali earlier today, when he was doing these sessions in Sebring, most of the cars that people were using was the Lambo. So I'll have to try out some cars and see which ones I'm going to go with. And out of the GT3s, I'm open to trying any of the cars except the Lambo and the BMW, because those appear to be the two mega cars, and that just makes me sick to my stomach to do that shit. I didn't even like using the Porsche last week at Fuji, but I was desperate to try to regain some of that rank that I lost. So I think that's it. I think that's all I got. I'm going to do the normal. I'm going to chill out, stretch out my feet, and watch some other people race. So with that, thank you all for watching, everybody. I guess the last thing I'll say before I get out of here is the Sim Racing Expo coming up the weekend of September 5th, 6th, and 7th. I was debating about whether or not to go because of the situation I had last week, where everything was spinning on me when I was trying to work on my car, and I couldn't keep my balance when I stood up. I've been feeling better every single day, and I think a lot of it came down. I think it was a combination of too much sodium in my system that probably raised my blood pressure, as well as working outside in 90-degree heat, no shade whatsoever. So I was sweating like a pig, while I was working on the car. So it could have been a combination of too much salt and probably dehydrated.
Dale Rodman Jr. 3 said, "Glad to hear you're feeling
better." Thank you, Mr.
better.
Rodman. I'm feeling much better. So I think, to put things into perspective, if the Sim Racing Expo was today, I would definitely go because I'm feeling that much better. I will make a final decision next week whether or not I'm going to go, but given how I feel right now, there's a 60-40 chance that I am going because there are people going that I want to meet. Eric B is going. The Graybeard Gamer is going. Darkest Saw is going. I forgot the name of that. I forgot the name of that crew that does a sim racing podcast every week. One of them I think is in Hawaii, and I think he's coming here from Hawaii. Lawrence Desawa, I think. No, I don't think I know he's coming. What I'm not sure is where he lives. I think he lives in the UK, but he's coming too. And I think Eric B made a great point that we've had these sim racing expos over in Germany and stuff like that. And we finally got one here. And if we want these things to continue to happen here, we got to show our support by being there. So as of right now, I am still planning on going. My son, when I talked to him last, he still wants to go too. So it'll be me and my son, and I will definitely try to get as much footage as I can. And I'm looking forward to meet all my YouTube friends and people that I follow and see what kind of sim racing stuff they have set up there. So this is going to be historic. So, all right, I'm rambling at this point. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Really, really appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow or Friday. Until then, you all know the line. Wakanda forever, long live the king, and deuces. And all in all, it was a decent day of racing. I didn't have any bad races. So I think I finished, one race finished 11th. The other one finished 6th and finished 7th. So decent day of racing. All right, folks, talk to you later.